We are soon getting ready to welcome another member of the James family to the NBA. His name is Bronny James, Jr., the son of none other than the great Lebron King James. The stage was set for the King of Akron. The expectation of becoming the next Pantheon great in the NBA was placed on a young Lebron at the age of 16. Let's get deep into this, but before going straight to the content, here is the brand new information on the channel is that 3 lucky winners will get a chance to win PS5. Only you have to just comment your views on this trade in the comment section below. Let's start today's topic. Yes, he was 16. At just 16 years old, Lebron's mystic as a superstar athlete generated a national media buzz. His high school games were aired live on TV, and he was asked about where he would land in the NBA and the franchise he would put on top. He even famously graced the cover of Sports Illustrated magazine as a junior in high school. Some of the world's largest commodities like Nike, Reebok, and Coca-Cola were prepared to present a high schooler with a multi-million-dollar contract and commit to him as a long-term business partner. It still sounds like a fairy tale of events nearly 25 years later. And it isn't unreasonable to think that we won't ever see another athlete come around with nearly the aura that Lebron possessed. Lebron has put together one of the greatest careers of any athlete in any sport ever. His on-court milestones, records, and accolades are flattering enough. Then you have his flawless off-court resume with his business endeavors and his many powerful initiatives that have helped serve many communities across the globe. Given what we know about Lebron, attention will soon turn to another young athlete. As Bronny gears up to enter his senior year of high school, the talk surrounding his eventual NBA draft grows. He is eligible to declare for the NBA draft in 2024. Just before the start of the 2024-25 NBA season. Bronny will, of course, draw a lot of comparisons to his father. And given his father's status in the hierarchy of the NBA's all-time greats, the pressure for the young Bronny to succeed in the NBA mounts as he gets ready to enter college. Luckily enough for Bronny, he's got some of that God-given ability in his genes. While Bronny and Lebron don't exactly share similar playing styles, there are a few things that Bronny has adopted from his father that will ultimately help Bronny succeed in the pros when Lebron hands him the torch in a couple of years. For starters, Bronny doesn't exactly play Lebron's game. Lebron is a freight train, a 6'9" locomotive that has made a career out of coming downhill at breakneck speeds against hopeless opponents. Lebron's game predictably changed as he grew more seasoned and got older. Sure, he is still as athletic as ever and looks like he's running as fast as he was when he was 25. But now, Lebron's game is more polished. He sees the floor so easily, can dictate and control the flow and pace of a ballgame, and best of all has a much smoother stroke on his shots compared to his younger years. Bronny is a skilled hooper. The glaring difference between him and Lebron is the incredible difference in size. Bronny might have been blessed with all the talent in the world, but one thing he didn't get from his father is his size. If you haven't seen the Lakers trade video, click the I button to watch it right away. Bronny is a 6'3" tall point guard, weighing only around 180 pounds. With that being said, he could go through one of those wild growth spurts this year and become 6'9" with good size. But he is already nearly 18 years of age. What does Bronny do that reminds us of Lebron? The tomahawk dunk. It's safe to say that Bronny has already nailed down his dad's signature breakaway dunk. For nearly 20 years, Lebron routinely pulled off exhilarating tomahawks. When he goes from 20 years, Lebron has been routinely pulling off exhilarating tomahawks when he goes from defense to offense. An offense typically starts with an interception or an outlet pass. Bronny looks fundamentally sound when he pulls off this dunk in his high school games. It gives us immediate flashes of a young Bron when he pulled that dunk off in his NBA debut against the Sacramento Kings in 2003. Lebron, just because he has such an explosive, athletic build, looks more graceful flying in the air when he goes up for a dunk. That's really because he moves like a guard despite weighing in at a robust 250 pounds. But again, depending on what size Bronny is when he enters the pros, we could be seeing many more years of electrifying breakaway slams from another leaper with James on the back of his jersey. The passing gift. Lebron himself has often called himself a pass-first player, indicating that his passing ability might just be second all-time to the great Magic Johnson. Seriously, Lebron is greatly underrated as an all-time transcendent passer. There are a few passes he'll pull off in games that'll make you think, how did he do that? Bronny has a lot of work to do before his passing ability reaches that of his dad's. But just his ability to thread the needle reminds us a lot of Lebron. A part of becoming a transcendent passer is being able to understand defenses and having the smarts to position teammates for open shots. Is that passing accuracy? That's more of something you are born with. In this case, both Bron and Bronny are precise passers. Bronny plays point guard, so he'll naturally be put in a position to facilitate more and create for his teammates. But if there's one thing for sure, he has certainly put in hours upon hours in the gym. With Lebron mastering the pick and roll and learning about the different ways defenders will guard him in the pros. Basketball IQ. Another thing you can't teach a player is how to use their smarts. LeBron James is widely regarded as the smartest basketball player of all time. So, it won't come as a shock if Bronny is dissecting defenses from the jump in the NBA. He plays the right way, is what was written on an earlier scouting report for Bronny. Does that ring a bell? What has LeBron been both praised and criticized for the most in his career? It's that he often makes the right basketball play by electing to make the pass to an open teammate, even in a close ball game down the stretch. It looks like Bronny will go down as a player with a similar mindset on the offensive end of the ball. From what we've seen in Bronny's years at Sierra Canyon, he frequently gives up the ball in the first half. He can position himself to get at the point of attack near the rim where he can use his athletic ability to either catch a lob pass or finish off the play going solo. Among the areas on the court where LeBron has been so effective is the open court. We all remember the days when LeBron and D-Wade would run the fast break to perfection when James would make a play on the defensive end, pass it off to Wade in the half court, and leak out for an epic lob pass. We saw that for several years in Cleveland too, when LeBron caught exciting lob passes from Kyrie or took a pinpoint outlet pass from Kevin Love and took it a long way. So far in his young basketball career, Bronny has succeeded in this facet of the game. We'll likely see Bronny play an unselfish brand of basketball a la LeBron when he gets to the pros. Another comment from a scout on Bronny's game was, he makes quick decisions and the extra pass identifies when bigs have an advantageous position in the posts, which was another comment on his game. We know LeBron has excelled at making the extra pass. It controls the pace of the game and even creates ways for him to get short bursts of rest on the floor. LeBron is great at creating a mismatch in the pick and roll for the rolling big man. That is why LeBron and Bosh got along so well in the pick and pop, and later in Cleveland when he was able to position Kevin Love for easy post points. What about some ways Bronny's game is different from LeBron's? Shooting, advantage, Bronny. There will be some vast differences in her play style Bronny compared to his dad's. That is, again, mostly predicated on the hugely different builds that LeBron and Bronny have. Bronny is a small guard, LeBron is a position-less floor general. In many ways, Bronny looks like he'll go down as the purer shooter. And being naturally more lightweight and more compact, Bronny is better suited to becoming a great shooter, unlike LeBron, who has a heavy build. Although that's not to say LeBron is a poor shooter. LeBron came into the NBA with a below-average jump shot. But to his credit, he has greatly improved his distance shooting ability over the years, especially in an evolution-focused association. Bronny doesn't have the fluid off-the-dribble jumper like Steph or Kyrie, but he does rise into his shooting motion effortlessly and supports a nice-looking form on his jumpers. And once LeBron teaches him the art of his patented logo shots, Bronny has the makings of becoming a great long-range shooter. The one thing that Bronny will almost certainly do better than LeBron is shooting free throws. LeBron has become notoriously known for being quite a sub-par free throw shooter. He's had years where he's shot in the mid to upper 70s but never got close to cracking the 80% mark. He's even had poor shooting, particularly as of late, shooting below 70% for the better part of the last 4 seasons. Perimeter scoring, advantage Bronny. LeBron James may break the all-time scoring record this upcoming season. So it may be a bit naive to say that his son is going to turn out to be a better scorer than him. But that's exactly the point here. LeBron is so physically powerful and forceful that he has amassed so many career points near the rim. We've already gone into his second-to-none transition scoring, the high-flying acrobatics, and the improved post play. But one thing that has lacked in LeBron's play for the vast majority of his career is his perimeter scoring, particularly from mid-range. Nearly all of LeBron's career buckets have come either via the three-ball or layups and dunks. He has never quite had the lethal mid-range game like Kevin Durant or Michael Jordan. This is where Bronny is well suited for his eventual NBA career. Bronny is small and explosive, his intelligence allows him to work around defenses and his speed allows him to get to his spots. We've already gone over Bronny's potential as a great pure shooter. Pair that with his ability to work in the mid-range. You've got a potential star in the mid-range attack. Many of the guards we see in today's NBA who have quickness like Bronny excel in the mid-range. Guys like Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Jaylen Brown, Dame Lillard, all of them are threats from anywhere on the perimeter. Now, granted, given how physically imposing LeBron is, it makes great sense for him to mostly driving the ball if he isn't settling for the three. But as we've seen in parts of LeBron's career, being explosive with great size won't always help you in every phase of the game. Bronny's size naturally allows him to become a more versatile offensive threat than LeBron ever was. Saying that Bronny will break or even come close to the all-time scoring mark is a huge stretch. The kid isn't even in college yet. But he'll make a career out of his slithery quickness and pure shooting touch. LeBron is probably always in Bronny's ear, teaching him everything there is to ever know about the game of basketball. So, it's expected we'll see Bronny play a similar game to LeBron's in several facets. LeBron had the pressure to perform because, well, he was the most exciting athletic prospect the world had ever seen. No athlete has arguably been expected to perform at the level that LeBron has been expected to reach and maintain for nearly 2 decades. For Bronny, the pressure is on him to perform simply because he is the son of the great LeBron James. He has the best teacher in the world in Bron, but now needs to rise above the high expectations. As he gets ready to start his senior season in high school and eventually play college basketball, the light that has begun to shine on Bronny will only grow brighter. From a historical perspective, no seriously great athlete in NBA history has had a kid come into the pros and even replicate, let alone supersede the level they played at. For Bronny, outdoing LeBron in the NBA is a long shot, because he'll need to become a top 10 player of all time to at least reach LeBron's level. How many times has the son of an NBA great come around to replicate the career of his father? It's almost unheard of. Nonetheless, Bronny has all the tools and is primed to become, at the very least, a very nice player in the NBA. And if he does a thing or two like Bron, he'll be a pretty damn good player. So what do you think about this trade? Do let us know in the comment section below and get a chance to win a brand new PS5. If you enjoyed watching the video, do like and share, and yes, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Thank you so much.